you want to talk about racial slurs in online gaming?
Sure.
Do you care about that? Polygon, they've got a mixed record on this sort of stuff, but they've done an article about gamers like PewDiePie or why I don't play online. This is from Mike Scholars. At a certain point, it's just not worth it anymore. And this comes obviously in the wake of the controversy of Felix saying a very naughty word, and then he apologized for it. There was tons of speculation about, is this what gamers really are? Does he represent gamers? Is his heart a sewage pump? Perhaps.
Possibly.
Perhaps a cowardly YouTuber does over an hour video with that phrase being the focus of that video, which I find that hysterical that someone would waste all their time doing that. But does this bode well that this gets into the news and this is public? Where is this the face of online gaming to you? Is this what gamers generally are, or is this sort of still that, what we like to claim, like the 12-year-olds playing Xbox Live? It's just sort of that niche crowd, and maybe it'll always be there. You can't do anything about it. I don't know. It's an interesting question to me, just because I think, at least back in my day when I was playing online, it was usually fairly clean. Every once in a while, you had someone typing something nasty, but again, this is PC gaming like 12 years ago, 10 years ago, and further on. So maybe it's evolved, and maybe consoles is now where it's sort of the place where the sewer lies, I guess. What's interesting in this article is that he points out, and rightfully so, that when Felix said the N-word in the video, all the players around him didn't come out and say, "Whoa, what are you doing?" or "That's too far." They just sort of laughed and giggled at it, and they let it slide.
There's a base level of what he was. I can't remember his exact terminology, but to hang in online gaming, you don't have to say certain things or believe certain things, but at the very least, you have to be able to tolerate a certain level
of garbage,
of indecency, or bullshit without saying anything back if you want your play session to go even remotely smoothly. And it pushes a lot of people away. I mean, it's hard to find a game that has a really friendly community that's long-lasting, an online community.
That's positive.
Most of them dissolve. It's sad, because I have found a few games that I liked playing online, and I really enjoyed the online player base at first, but that sort of element creeps in, and what it does is like reasonable people, like the person who wrote this article, or someone like me who just doesn't want to put up with that shit after like a stressful day, we just walk away, and then all of that fun crowd goes away, and you're just left with this festering shithole every single time.
You're left with the toxic people that think it's okay to throw out racial and homophobic slurs because they're playing a game.
Because they're playing a game.
And maybe their mommy and daddy won't hear me in the other room. They can't say it in front of them, or at school. This is the time I can say it in like my bedroom.
It's unfortunately why I stopped playing Overwatch. Overwatch went from extraordinarily friendly to extraordinarily toxic.
Really? How did that turn? Because it just got really popular and more people came in
Once
general?
competitive got into like its second or third season, I'd say by like its third season, it got way too serious and way too toxic. And like even Friday the 13th, which was a super fun crowd for like the first couple of months, started to get, way too serious. And there are other games too, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of communities that start off fun, you find that within 3 months they're not fun anymore, because all those people who are out there just trying to have a good time have given up on trying to find decent people to play with.
I saw a Twitter thread, not related to this article, but someone said they went out of their way to try to be positive when they were playing. I think it was just like some sort of team deathmatch. I forget the game, whatever it was. It might have been Overwatch. And they said that one of the way to say, "Oh, good game," or "Oh, I almost got you," "Oh, don't worry about it, we'll get him next time." And they actually said that it sort of gradually caught on.
Yeah.
Where people were like, "Oh, it's cool to be nice, and it becomes more relaxed and fun, and you sort of don't have to worry about just lashing out at even your teammates if they screw up. Because I've played games before where you hear teammates lash out at each other because they didn't perform as well as they thought, or they screwed up, or something happened, and you get called. It's quaint to be called noob nowadays. You wish you're just called a noob, but that's what it used to be. Like if you were called a noob, that was insulting.
I do find that if you like try to initiate that little bit of positiveness first, it does go a long way. Not so much with chat, but like if you just like a lot of with chat too, but with a lot of like games, even if you're not using the headpiece, there's like emoticons and things you can send. And like if I'm playing Hot Shots Golf and my opponent has a great shot, I start pressing the buttons to clap and cheer and make all the stupid shit happen, because then you find out, like, after 4 rounds of silent golf with no interaction with this other person, you start doing that for them. Well, they start doing it for you when you make a good shot. And all of a sudden, even though there's no communication there, at least you get this feeling that you're not playing with a person who's a total jackass on the other side. I mean, there's a nice feeling to that.
So a positive interaction with someone.
Yeah.
Maybe someone you don't know or maybe even disagree with could be beneficial and fruitful.
Yeah.
Not a disingenuous, word-twisting, intellectually dishonest over-hour video about people. Like
I didn't listen to it, but
I didn't either. But I was just going off what I heard. But, that's what you mean, though, is that when you talk to someone, you actually realize that's a human being there and not just a coward hiding behind a cartoon moniker, not even have the courage to put their real first name online.
Sure.
It's different. And that can be the same thing with online gaming.
Yeah.
Even though you're hiding behind an avatar, you can actually talk to the person and hear them and realize that, hey, I can be positive with someone. I can reach out and touch your heart, Ian.
I had something to say about people who fall back on charity as an excuse for bad behavior, but I lost it now. Something about how that's a really tired cliche, though.
Oh, why? Did someone make a tired argument that because someone does charitable works, that means that can excuse awful behavior? Did someone make that?
Someone made that, that age-old chestnut.
Probably the most vacuous and just fucking stupid argument you can make about someone. Yeah. For sure.